Okay, I'm gonna start posting some realistic mom content. So I'm just gonna do like a basic getting ready while talking about some postpartum stuff with my son. This is my son. He's 7 months old now. Yeah. And he gets fussy very easily. So we're gonna see how this works because he's a baby, so it's okay. I'm gonna start off with just putting on some tinted sunscreen. The dark circles are on fleek today. So I just take this Ulta MD. I've had it for years. Put it on my face. This is the lightest shade, but it's still a little too dark for me because I am transparent naturally. Who is that? And I don't have a mirror. I'm just looking at my phone, at the mirror in my phone right now. So, I'm just gonna spread that over so I get some SPF protection, even though I'm in Seattle and the sun is never out, but you know, still gotta be protected. So I just use this. It has, basically no coverage, but I feel like it gives a little something. I look a little bit less dead when I put it on. So yeah, I'm just gonna talk a little bit about my journey postpartum because it's been kind of a wild ride. So I am someone who has always struggled with depression and anxiety my entire life. So when I got pregnant, I pretty much knew I was going to get postpartum depression and anxiety. It was just, it's just going to happen. So when I had him, it was just extremely hard, and if you're a mom or a parent, you were operating on absolutely no sleep whatsoever. So yeah, so going from sleeping 8 hours a night to the 20 minutes, 45 minutes, 2 hours the first couple months, that's literally how long I was able to sleep. And if let's say I got 3 hours, they were non-consecutive hours. So that was really hard. But yeah, it just really took a toll on my mental health. And there's a reason why sleep deprivation is a method of torture. So I was already on my antidepressants. I was on like the mid dose. And then I got recommended by my lactation consultant to this like perinatal psychiatry group because they do like an outpatient hospitalization thing. So you can bring your baby there and you can do like group therapy, individual therapy, all that. But there's a really long waiting list. So I was on the waiting list. Bad mom alert. So, okay. So I was on the waiting list. Give you Sophie. And, but I was able to meet with a psychiatrist, on Zoom. So I met with her on Zoom and just kind of talked to her about what I was experiencing. Poor baby. Mama. And she recommended that we increase my dosage. So I was on the 40 milligrams and then we increased it to 60. We increased it to 60. And she recommended that I do the outpatient hospitalization program. So I just stayed on that waiting list. Things started to get a little bit better. And then by like month 3, he was finally getting more sleep. So mental health started to get a little bit better. I was feeling less depressed, but I was getting these like really intrusive thoughts. I mean, just constantly, like the worst things imaginable happening to my son. And it was just like this, it was just a loop all day, and it's driving me crazy. So yeah, and I see a therapist. I've seen the same therapist for a little over 2 years, and you know, I definitely think it helps, but it's just, there's nothing I could do to get these intrusive thoughts to go away. And so recently I met with a different psychiatrist because the one I met with previously quit. And so I just met with a different psychiatrist, and she decided to up my medication to the highest dosage, which is 80 milligrams. And I've been on the highest dosage before, and it made me feel pretty numb. And like at the time before kids, being numb was something I'm fine with, because I'm a very emotionally sensitive person. So like when I was able to not feel things so deeply, or really feel things at all, it was kind of like a nice break. But once I had him, I didn't want to feel that way anymore. So when I got anyway, I went down to a lower dose before I got pregnant. But she put me on the highest dose, and I told her, I felt numb, and I don't really want to feel numb. Like, when I have a son, I want to be able to like experience joy and, be present for him, and not just be like a blob. So, you want to face this way now? So I'm currently on 80 milligrams. It's supposed to take quite a while until I can, like a month or 6 weeks, until I can really see any effects. So, okay. This is challenging. Oh, and I'm supposed to be talking, right. So anyway, I'm just doing that, and so far I have good days and I have bad days, and the reason I'm making this video is more so a diary for myself. I'm gonna pop him on the boob, see if that helps real quick. So it's more so for myself, because obviously no one cares. No one knows who I am. I'm not telling people I'm making a channel. But my therapist always suggests to go into journaling, and I don't have time to write things down in a journal. Like, I never have 2 hands. So I thought I would just do like a vlogging journal and just talk about my postpartum journey, and maybe this will bring me some healing in the process. But yeah, some days are really terrible and all I have are these intrusive thoughts, and some days I'm okay. But I mean, I literally didn't leave the house with him until he was 5 months because I was so scared of something happening to him. And I definitely still have this fear, like every time, you know, we're at the grocery store or out in public somewhere running errands, I have this fear that there's going to be an active shooter, which I think is a pretty logical fear, given that I live in the US and in today's society, so I don't find that to be that far off, but I guess it is. So I have a fear that there's going to be an active shooter. I'm like constantly looking for the exits. I'm afraid he's going to have like an absolute meltdown too, and like, what am I going to do? But yeah, so I avoided going in public with him for 5 months, and my mental health really suffered because of it, because I was just at home with him all day, every day, and it's really hard, and you know, the weather's not great here right now. It's only great like a couple months out of the year, but I just kind of forced myself to get out of the house because I need it, and I need my mental health to get better. And I do have a dog. I'm trying to see if I should, I can't tell. Yeah, I should put more color on. I do have a dog, so like he goes on walks. I take her on walks daily, and he comes. I used to wear him a lot, but now I've been taking the stroller recently. And I hate our stroller. It's super big and bulky, so like walking him and then walking my, you know, 70-pound dog is, you know, you're not able to just like casually breeze by, but whatever. Anyway, this is like so all over the place because first of all, I have ADHD, like if that wasn't already really obvious. And what was I saying? Yeah, this is all over the place. But it's just for me, so it's fine. He's waking up. He likes to latch and unlatch, and maybe he's just at that age where other things are more interesting than mom. Yeah, so on here I'm just going to be talking about my postpartum journeys, and bringing Kiki in the frame, and just kind of what I'm going through, because I don't see people post about it that much. I mean, you see like 30-second minute clips on TikTok, like get ready with me, day in my life, postpartum, which I don't know. I feel like as a mom, I need more. It helps me to feel that I'm not alone, and I want to see other moms post more like relatable content, because it's always just them like throwing workout leggings and a crop top on the bed and making breakfast, and their baby's just sitting perfectly in their high chair and not screaming, and I don't know, I'm just kind of over it. I think I might do, this lipstick is like, well, it's a tinted chapstick, but it's like so brown and more of like a red girly. And I normally use this tinted chapstick by Honest, but I accidentally put it in the washing machine. Isn't that lovely? And it got all over my clothes. So, I mean, I really like, when I tell you I can't see what I'm doing, I cannot see what I'm doing. And I feel like this is just way too much, but this is the Rare Beauty bronzing stick. I don't know if the shade is Power Boost or if it's called the Power Boost bronzing stick. I don't know. It's probably the lightest one. I'm always the lightest one in everything. Normally I would be using a brush to do this, but then I would have to get up and he might start to fuss if we get up. So I'm just gonna blend for 30 minutes, I guess, with this sponge. But yeah, so every day has been a struggle sometimes, but I'm trying really hard to connect with other moms. I'm like on the Peanut app, basically like trying to date these moms, like swiping on them and essentially begging for their friendship and asking for them to hang out with me, which is, you know, kind of sad because I'm not even an extroverted person at all. I'm very introverted. But, you know, I live out here. That's barf, isn't it? Is that barf? Yeah. Your rag is somewhere. We just use this little towel. He's gonna eat the towel now. But yeah, so I moved out here, not having any friends. It was my choice to move out here. I really wanted to get out of Texas and out of the South. So I love it here. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful, but I got pregnant really quickly after moving out here and I had no friends. I still only have one friend, but still better than nothing. So yeah, being pregnant in general was just a very, oh my monkey, very isolating experience. And then being a mom now too is very isolating, and I'm trying to put myself out there on the Peanut app. I joined a Peps group. Yeah, I joined a Peps group, and I like went to 2 of the meetups and they were fine. But yeah, it's hard, and like my partner is really introverted, but he doesn't care that he has 0 friends. Like he legitimately doesn't care. I feel like when the pandemic started, it was honestly good for him because he just never had to leave his house. And that's how he likes. That's what he likes. That's how he functions. And props to him. I'm also very introverted. Like I don't want, you know, a million friends, but I need like a couple good friends that I can hang out with, talk shit with, vent to, have a girls' night, like just getting dinner and a glass of wine and then chilling at their house and going home. You know, I need some sort of community. So I'm definitely the one that's putting myself out there and going to these things. So we'll see. I've never had to beg for friendship. So, but yeah, this is just, it's a new chapter in my life. It's really isolating, but then I get to be with this tiny human. Who is so cute. Who's so cute. And, you know, he makes it worth it. Mama. He's doing this thing now where he's trying to say mama and he goes, mama, like a little old man or a fish. Mama. Yeah, mama. You okay? He's sleepy, I think. Yeah, you rubbing your eyes, you're sleepy. So maybe we'll take a nap now. We'll only nap on me, so I'm jealous of you mamas that can put your kiddos down. But I'm just enjoying it while I can because, you know, I know in 15 years he's going to be calling me a bitch and saying that he hates me. So I'm enjoying the snuggles for now. But anyway, I think this is about all he can handle of the getting ready with me. And I definitely have some like contour still on my neck, but you know, duty calls. So I'm going to nurse him some more and then we'll go down for a nap. All right. Bye bye.